This is a presentation of Fox Sports Sun, IMG, and Gator Vision.
Congratulations once again to the Florida Gators for their national championship performance tonight. Two teams sharing the floor as NCAA champions. It's their third straight team title.
Placing second, the University of Florida.
The fire in the eyes of that team that year when they were so close, I think just fueled them the entire year following. And I think that's why when they got to NCAAs in 2013, they knew that they could do it.
Everyone was really down because, we had worked so hard, and after the first event, we were already behind.
And I just remember Rhonda going into the locker room and just being like goofy and crazy and fun, and I think that's exactly what the team needed.
That was like the start of my college career for me because I didn't compete that much my freshman year. I think I competed for like 2 meets before then, and then to just kind of show up at NCAAs and be put in the 6th spot was a little bit intimidating for a freshman. I remember running off that podium though and everybody being very excited, and I knew I had to hit because we had another fall, the first person who went up on floor, so it was exciting to be able to thrive in a stressful situation.
I remember people screaming we still got this, we're still in the game, and we just ended up winning because we kept that positive attitude.
Going into that second year, I think the team had a little bit of a different mindset, but then they also said, why change what we did the year before?
I know us seniors, we really wanted to win a second year. Going through my routine, I was just trying to stay calm and just swing, and when I stuck my dismount, it was the cherry on top. I had done one of the best routines, I think, of my career at that moment for my team, and that was one of the best feelings in the world.
Going into the third one, we kind of had a rough start off during season, and so we were able to bring it together at the right time, and that's what really counted.
Having that last routine, that last spot in the lineup was more than I could have asked for. I knew the exact score I needed, and I was that gymnast that could compete under pressure, but I was just going out there and doing the routine I needed to do. You can't think about the score, every little detail, or you're gonna mess up. I don't know, that moment was crazy, it was nerve-wracking, but I'm so happy with how it ended.
All the changes and the heartbreaks and the hard times last year, they just built this team up. They made them strong, they made them resilient. I hadn't seen them put a meet together like that all year, and they did it at the right time.
The day Rhonda resigned, I think, will be engraved in my brain forever.
We were, in the gym taking team pictures with a national championship trophy, and then she called a team meeting, and we thought it was a little odd. We hadn't had one yet, but when she broke the news to us, a lot of the girls were very devastated.
It was a shock to see Rhonda leave, but that's what life is about. You get new opportunities, and I'm really happy for Rhonda. She had a dream job, and she's doing her dream job now.
Hearing the news that Rhonda had resigned was quite a shock for everybody. A couple days later, I got a phone call from Rhonda asking me what I thought about the possibility of coming in for an interview. And immediately I said, I don't think I can do this. And she said, Jenny, you're ready. And I said, okay. I said, I'll come see what it's about. And that point on, it's been history.
Jenny came into this program completely open-minded, clean slate, was so just understanding of all the change that was happening.
I said, you know what, change is not easy. It's not gonna be easy for you. It's not gonna be easy for me. It's not gonna be easy for anybody on the staff. Hopefully, we can get on the same page and have a little fun together and do something that we all love doing and, show the country, what the Gator Nation is all about.
Florida Gymnastics as a program is the complete package. Florida is an all-encompassing school. Great athletics, great academics, and the support system is just amazing. It's like a huge family.
The minute I stepped foot on campus, the coaches were so welcoming and the team chemistry was unbelievable. I remember little girls running towards me, giving me hugs. I thought it was an extra benefit that my sister was here, but I really chose the school based off of the coaches, the team chemistry, what the Gator Nation stood for.
The girls here are like a family, and everybody gives each other confidence, and that's really good, especially for the people who lack that. And everyone works really well together. Even little problems, they don't really make a difference because it's all about the goal of the team as a whole.
It's very uncommon to have a team this talented support one another in the gym and outside the gym. It's the freshmen look to the senior class as leaders. To have that and to be a part of that, it feels really good. And I think Jenny's done a great job of creating that.
What's very special about this year's team is that it's the first year that it is my own team. It is a team that we have grown together. The change has challenged them to become better people, has challenged them to be fighters, has challenged them in many ways that they didn't think that they were ready for, but has definitely made them stronger women. And really that's what this whole staff, my staff, is all about. It's not about us. It's about what we can do to help these athletes attain all their goals and to help them get to where they want to go.
Eye on the Gators, presented by Wells Fargo, is brought to you by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Florida Gators. By Verizon, official wireless provider of the Florida Gators. By Gatorade, fueling today, fueling the future. Eye on the Gators is presented by Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far.
When I was in third grade, I wrote down I wanted to be a vet and I wanted to be a 2008 Olympian. And achieving that goal, it definitely wasn't easy. It was a struggle at some points. It was a very rocky road, but when we were at the camp and when they were going through everyone that made the team, when they called my name, every emotion was going through my head. It was kind of one of those, oh my gosh, I finally made this ultimate goal of mine become a reality. I came home and I realized I wanted to win a world championship. And it wasn't gonna be easy, it was gonna be a tough road again, but I knew that after having the confidence at the Olympics, I knew that I could go and I could, achieve greatness. I could go and do whatever I wanted to do in the gymnastics world, but I was gonna have to work for it. It's an amazing feeling looking up at the scoreboard when everyone's done competing and seeing your name in first place, especially when you weren't really expecting it. It was just a moment of, oh my gosh, I am the new world champion. After winning Worlds, it was just a roller coaster of emotions. I had all these things that, I'd worked for, that I'd accomplished. I wanted to be a 2008 Olympian. I crossed that off my list. I wanted to be a 2009 world champion. I crossed that off my list. And then it was kind of like, what do I want to do now? After I graduated high school, and I took a year off of school, and I really dedicated myself 100% to gymnastics. When you put that much dedication into one thing, and it's kind of like saying you put your eggs all in one basket, it's really hard when things come down to it and it's not the way you expected. At trials, I had a really long talk with my mom and dad after I had hurt myself, and they just sat me down and said, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. You are gonna go to college and you are gonna have the best time of your life. Florida was really what was the light at the end of the tunnel for me. I knew that the team hadn't won a championship yet, and that was another reason why I wanted to come here, and I didn't want to be the superstar. I wanted to come here, and I wanted people to know UF Gymnastics was amazing. I think my entire class has totally changed the way people look at Florida Gymnastics, and that's an incredible feeling. By being a freshman with our very first team winning the national championship, it just means that we were that little extra oomph they needed. Junior year was not really the year that I had planned. I had a great preseason. I was so ready to go, and we go to Ball State, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is my hometown. I was like, oh, my family's gonna be here, it's gonna be great. And I get a 10 on vault, and I was like, Adrian, I did it. I was like, who would have thought that I'd ever get a 10 on vault? And then everything changed in a matter of a second. Thinking back on it, nothing was off, everything was fine, and I just opened up, I guess, a tad bit early and landed in the most perfect, terrible spot to land in. So I get carried off, and I'm sitting there, and I just look up at my mom. The worry in her face made me just start crying. That was a very tough time for me. It really made me think, is this how it's gonna be? I was like, this is not how my junior season's gonna go. And we come back here, and I get all my MRIs, all my x-rays, and they're like, oh, great news, you didn't break anything. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. They're like, bad news, you tore just about every ligament in your foot. They were really adamant on getting me back as soon as possible, but being as safe as possible at the same time. Come probably mid-season, I was back, and it was awesome. So come nationals, it was just an incredible experience. Been out basically the whole season, come back, help my team win their 3rd national championship. I don't look at myself on these walls and say, oh, wow, that's cool, look at me go. I look at that and I say, I want to do it again. I want to get a 10 on all 4 events again. I want to win an NCAA title, an individual title. I want my team to win again. And it rubs off on the team, and that's why I think we've been able to be so successful, is that we walk in here knowing that we did it once, we did it twice, we even did it 3 times. Why can't we do it another time? So I want to just make sure that this year is another unforgettable year and go out there, have the time of my life. It's my last season. It hasn't really hit me yet that gymnastics will be over after this year, but I'm just going to go out there and make it the best one that I've ever had.
This segment has been brought to you by Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far.
Hi, I'm Kennedy Baker, and I'm a sophomore here at the University of Florida.
I'm Alex McMurtry, and I'm also a sophomore.
And welcome to our crib.
So after our freshman year, we won a national championship, and we have made a national championship wall.
There I am.
Let's go to the gym.
This is the lobby to our crib.
This is where we usually watch film, hang out as a team, and get ready for practice. We have to go into the glitter cave.
Yeah.
Woo!
Welcome to the glitter cave.
So every year we get to design Leos, and our coach designs a few and surprises us every year. Even as freshmen, you come in and you're put into a group, and you get the privilege to design whatever Leo you want. It seems like the team's favorite is lots of sparkles and either a blue or black body.
This is SEC Freshman of the Year. I'm on it because I won it with Paige Zaziski from Arkansas, and then here are our rings. It's a lot more sparkly than this. The picture doesn't do it justice.
And it's huge. It's so much bigger than you would expect.
So much better than any engagement ring you'll ever get. So this is our gym, and this is where we practice and hang out and try and make ourselves national champions again. Case, what's up? Casey is our awesome manager, and she puts together all of our outfits, basically, fixes our life a little bit.
So everything will be in our lockers in little Ziploc bags with our name on it, and we take it home and we put it in our suitcase. It's that easy. Thanks to Casey and Lindsay.
Well, we're gonna go downstairs and get ready for practice, so see you guys up here.
Don't wait for opportunity, create it.
as a student athlete here, yes, we perform and we compete for the Gator Nation. But the Gator Nation does way more for us than I think people are aware of.
I take that to heart, and I think I want to give back to the community that has provided me with so many opportunities. And giving back to the community that you see in the stands every home meet is really heartwarming.
I like doing the Strides Against Breast Cancer walk because you do see a lot of energy from those survivors, and you see a lot of energy from the people who are still fighting.
Being in that environment makes me really appreciate how I've gone through life so far, and to be able to be a part of something with them and something way bigger than myself is a great thing to be a part of.
I think my favorite is the Harvest Food Drive because it's like an hour of chaos, but the little kids are having the time of their lives in our facility. Being able to let them jump around on the trampoline or land in the pit, they love it, and they love letting us coach them, and they're bringing in canned goods for the community.
Climb for Cancer has been incredible. It's been very eye-opening to me because I definitely think we take for granted how healthy we are. And then you meet these kids that they don't know if they're gonna wake up the next morning, yet they will always have a smile on their face. And when we do Climb for Cancer, the amount of just laughs and smiles and giggles that you get from these kids, it makes you almost want to tear up. They walk up to you and say, "I love you. I am your biggest fan," and you just sit back and say, "You know what? I'm your biggest fan. You are so strong. You are so powerful in what you do, and you wake up every morning with a smile on your face." That's awesome.
Doing community service as a team is always a really special experience because we get to go into the community and have an impact on them, but it is also a chance to have a team bonding experience, and we really do get closer while doing something good for the community.
This segment has been brought to you by Gatorade, fueling today, fueling the future. Eye on the Gators, presented by Wells Fargo, is brought to you by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Florida Gators. By Verizon, official wireless provider of the Florida Gators. By Gatorade, fueling today, fueling the future.
From the minute you wake up on meet day, you know, there's nothing but smiles and excitement.
I don't even know how to describe what it feels like to put on your leotard, look in the mirror and say, "Let's go."
Whose house is this? Our house. Welcome to our house. Fear has two meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. 1, 2, 3. Keep them up!
You come into the O-Dome for the first time and everyone describes it, but until the day you actually do it, do you feel how great it is.
Standing in the Gator head waiting to go out, the energy is just amazing. And then when we finally get to run out, it's so exciting.
I love going out there with a smile on my face. Everyone in there wants you to do well and nail that routine, and they go crazy when you do.
The crowd that we attract and the crowd that we bring in is the best crowd in the nation.
A score of 198.175 for Florida Gators.
This time we would like to announce the winner of the 2016 SEC Gymnastics Championship is the University of Florida.
This is a presentation of Fox Sports Sun, IMG, and Gator Vision.